year, more than 1,000 people feel so strongly that they've been discriminated against that they take their complaint to a state commission.
But the I-Team's Leamanczyk found the backlog of complaints is so massive that interns are now doing the work.
I was devastated.
Jane lost her sales manager job in 2010, right in the midst of the Great Recession. She believed she'd been discriminated against because of her gender. Now, because she was unemployed and had no money for a lawyer, she came here to the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, a decision she now regrets.
That I would be considered nothing but a file moving with a stack from one desk to another. I never would have done it.
Jane asked us to hide her identity because she fears it will harm her job prospects. Her case was passed around from investigator to investigator. Finally, 3 years after filing, she received MCAD's decision, only to find the lead investigator on her case was an intern.
3 years and finally end up with an intern. I mean, to me, that was reprehensible.
You'll see cases where they sit for sometimes 3 years because we can't get to them.
Jane's case isn't unique. In fact, it's the norm. Even Jamie Williamson, chair of MCAD, admits it often takes 3 or even 4 years for a case to come to a conclusion. The reason? A persistent backlog of more than 1,700 cases. Williamson says with the current staffing, her department just can't keep up.
We're always faced with a backlog until we can be right-sized.
Given the backlog, can MCAD really fulfill its mission?
Can we do it over a period of years? Yes. Is that justice? Probably not.
Politicians have been promising to fix the MCAD backlog for the better part of 2 decades. And yet still, people who come looking for help, many of them for employment issues, are faced with the biggest backlog in all of New England.
The I-Team found that while states like New York and Connecticut assign 1 investigator to every 75 cases, the average caseload in Massachusetts is upwards of 300.
The bathtub with the plug taken out of the bottom of it, it continues to be a challenge. But we have, again, a 10% increase in this year's budget over the previous fiscal year.
A significant bump, but that $250,000 increase will only make a dent in the backlog. Working her way through the MCAD process eliminated one of Jane's choices. By the time she realized MCAD was ruling against her, the 3-year statute of limitations to file in court had expired.
Either change it, get rid of it, or fund it so that it can work as it's supposed to.
For the I-Team, Leamanczyk, WBZ News.